This is part 2 with Ross Gerry, former Stanford coach, where they won 6 NCAA titles, and Olympic coach in 2000. As he also has a business called We Coach For You, and a recent dryland video out that includes a whole season's worth of dryland. It's called the 7 Ultimate Fitness Routines, and it's great for anybody who wants to get fit and also be a world-class athlete.
Including you.
I know in my day the East Germans were on steroids, and oftentimes coaches were trying to follow what they did, which was called confusion training.
Yeah.
Can you share what that is like compared to periodization? Is it the same thing? And why is that so important for developing strength and endurance?
Yeah, I mean, periodization is basically the idea that we change up our training as we go through the season in stuff that we call, macro cycles and micro cycles and so on. A macro cycle might be like a 3-month chunk of training, or at least a 6-week. Microcycle generally is about 1 training week. And what the East Germans were famous for doing with the confusion training idea is they completely, radically changed their training about every 10 days. So the idea behind that training is that as we change the stimulus, we force the organism of the body to adapt at a faster rate. And what that does is it enables you to respond quicker and to improve faster as you go through your training.
Okay, so let's take a program that's working with age groupers, and then a program that's working with a senior group of teenagers, and then a college program. What would be the differences you would do for that?
Well, with the age groupers, we're trying to create the framework in their bodies, in their vessel, so that they can have those careers later through high school and through college.
So would Pilates be a very good thing for them to start off with?
Pilates and yoga are great things. Using tubing as opposed to weights is very good. A lot of body weight exercises are really good. It's really not necessary to be using weights at a young age. There's so much that we can do just with their own body weight.
Okay, how about teenagers? Now we've hit puberty and they're able to do a little bit more.
Right. So now that we've hit puberty, we're at another level of our training, and the volumes are going up in terms of our swimming, and the volumes are going up in terms of the amount of time we're spending with dryland training. And just as as if you're a major of something in college, you have minors and prerequisites and things that you need to do along the way. That's the same thing is true for our physical development also. So we're going to change up things. We're going to do some more medicine balls. We're going to introduce plyometrics. We're going to start using some dumbbells and some other items too. We're going to be doing some more strength training in the water with pulling or with tubing or with towing machines or whatever else we have, using fins and stuff as well. So all of those things will contribute to the next phase of development for that high school aged athlete.
And how about for the elite athlete?
Okay, for the elite athlete, now we have to assume, because we don't necessarily know, but we'd like to assume that all of those other steps along the way to their career have been taken at the proper times. And if that's true, then we have a healthy, well-formed athletic frame and a body that is our instrument that we perform with. And now all we have to do is fine-tune. But this is probably the most challenging part for a strength coach, because at this point, we're already pretty good. We're already maybe a world-class athlete. How do we get that extra 1 or 2 or 3% of performance out of them? So we have to look at them and evaluate and find out, well, what are the deficiencies? Meanwhile, we've got to maintain our flexibility, maintain our strength, and maybe improve our ability to maintain that strength over the time and the duration of our race. That's called power. The thing is, in swimming, even our fastest big huge guys in the 50 freestyle, if we're thinking about, Gary Hall, if we're thinking about Cullen Jones, or we're thinking about Nathan Adrian or those guys, they can only produce, the research has shown, they produce 50 pounds of pressure per pull. That's it. That's not a lot of strength. Strength isn't their thing. Strength is not the deal in the 50 free, even though that's our shortest race. What's most important is that they maintain 50 pounds of pressure through every single arm stroke, and they develop the ability to relax from at the finish of the contraction into the arm swing of the next stroke. So that ability to go from contraction to relaxation and maintain the power output for those 21 seconds. That's what that race is about.
Now I know you share in your video called 7 Ultimate Fitness Routines. These are not just for swimmers, but anybody who's trying to get fit, but they really are geared towards people at all levels, for clubs and college and post-grad athletes at the top level. Can you share a little bit about the routines you did there and the reason behind the routines?
Well, basically what we did was we wanted to create some routines where we didn't have to use a lot of fancy equipment or even go to the gym, and we still wanted to accomplish our goals. And we've done that with using a Swiss ball, just an exercise ball, a medicine ball, some tubing, and a few dumbbells. And all of those routines, and we even have a routine with no equipment at all. and it's pretty intense. So yeah, we encourage you to try those routines, and we can show you how to use those routines in the course of your season and get a whole season's worth of dryland out of just those videos.
Is there a place where people can contact you if they have any questions?
Yeah, you can just go ahead and email us at coach@wecoachforyou.com and ask any questions, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.